today, by the way, Jesse, because you stopped Christian McCaffrey from scoring.
He did.
You had Calvin Ridley. You
never forget
when you talk
that.
about discovering somebody, he discovered Calvin Ridley for sure. Jessie the Don Donoghue. Welcome everybody to season 4, episode 17 of the Fantasy Guys. We are officially live and ready to get the show on the road today. Looking forward to another great episode today. Should be a fun one. Let's give a shout out to the people who are in the building today, beginning with little big bro Yusuf T is in the back. Of course, you got big bro Mo T right here to the right of me. Of course, you got myself, Omar T. And then you got to the left of me, Mr. Champ, man. He's trying to make history. Tony Batista. All right. And then last but not
T,
least,
you ain't believing, bro.
we got the guest of the guests. You know, I say when you reach about 5 shows, you're no longer a guest, Jesse. So shout out to Jessie the Don Donoghue.
Yes.
Back in the building.
Welcome back.
We're just talking about the predictions he's made. He's expecting.
Hey, guys, by the way, we're going to start off. I'm going to boom Philly.
Jesse.
Michael Penix Jr.
Stop it.
Feeling it?
I'm boom Philly and who?
A couple people told me to boom Philly.
Zach Charbonnet.
No, you're not.
And Kyler Murray. Let's go.
There you go.
You on board, Jesse?
Yeah. I mean, you just took them from me, so there you go.
Yeah.
We're all one and the
Yeah,
same.
you could all use them. It's all right. So should be a great show. But before we do that, let's give a shout out to our followers. How to follow us: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Apple, and Spotify podcasts, all under Oz Media. And if you want to check out our website, it's at www.ozmedia313.com. If you want to call in, the number is 313-306-1750. Shout out to the sponsors: Hanley International Academy, Holy Bowly, Wingfellas, Juice Box, Malik El Kebab, Jebed Coffee House, Unique Coney Island, and BMI Towing. We're going to start off with Unique Coney Island, Yusuf. Give them a shout out, and then we're going to officially get the show on the road. Shout out to Unique Coney Island. You need something that's going to hit the spot? Unique Coney Island. Come get it while it's hot. Unique Coney Island. Like G-Mac Cash said it, man, make sure you stop by Unique Coney Island. They're famous for their original unique pita, homemade chicken lemon rice, unique chicken falaba, shawarma, gyro, burgers, and much more. They also now have a reward system. For every 100 points you get $7 off your next meal. So be sure to visit their website at uniqueconeyisland.com or call them at 1586-554-7931.
I don't want to roll the dice. Tua? Fuck, I don't know. Goff. I think he throws a couple times. I don't think they're going to be able to run.
All right, here we go. We're officially back, ready to get this show rolling. Should be a fun show. First of all, let's check in with the man, Jessie the Don Donoghue. How you been, brother? What's going on? What's new with you? I love the shirt. I beat anorexia, says his shirt. So shout out to Jessie the Don Donoghue, man. Talk to us, man.
That's what my daughter gave me for Christmas, so I told her I'd wear it out here.
There you go.
A little dab and taco never hurt nobody, man. Life's good. I've been teaching, I'm over at the middle school doing the Spanish. It's been a good time. Family is really good, healthy and happy. I bartend on the weekends. It's been a good time to be alive. We got a girlfriend coming up on a 1-year anniversary.
That's nice.
Who'd have
Congrats.
thought? Who'd have thought?
Round of applause, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But that's what's up, man. That sounds like, everything's going well for you, man. And it's always nice to see you, Jesse.
Always. I look forward to that show.
Yeah, sure. I know you do. He comes like 10 minutes late every show, and today he's actually showed up on time.
Yep, on
you know what
time.
I'm saying? So
I'm honored.
yes, Tony, Jesse. Let me tell you something, okay? He's on.
It's a year of Tony.
It's a year of Tony, and the thing is, the good thing for him is that the final of fantasy ends on December 31st, so it could be the year of Tony. It's like if it doesn't turn the calendars to 2025. So his community basketball league won a championship, which he was the captain, the leader of the squad. You know what I'm saying? And then he made a prediction because we have 2 leagues. We got the East and West Fantasy Guys League. All right. Obviously he's in both. A lot of the co-hosts are in both. He said that he is going to win in both leagues. And he's in the semis in both leagues.
Oh boy!
So,
and I'm looking good. Hope to be in the finals in both. I got some tough matchups against Eric in one, and AB in the other one. I'm playing 2 fantasy guys, so I know that road is tough.
Will you be happy with one?
Absolutely not.
Attaboy.
And then on the other side, Moti's playing against the Cousin Salt, which is hilarious. But this is why you do fantasy, for these random matchups, and you get to play against your cousin that's all the way in Delaware. So Moti, what you got for us with you against Salt? Any comments about that?
Yeah, I mean, Salt's been posting about it, and I'm just, I'm getting my troops ready for this game.
Give him that speech, ready to go.
For sure.
That's how it is, man. So one of the biggest storylines of this week, Yusuf, if you want to hit us with the air horn, we're going to go straight into the debate times. As the guy that Tony just doubled down on the Boom Philly is Michael Penix Jr. is starting at quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons, who are, by the way, in the playoff hunt and 3 games to go. It's, very random time to bench a starting quarterback. If you were to ask me, though, it was deservingly. And we're going to talk about it. What are your thoughts on it? Did Atlanta make the right move, Moti?
I think they did. Penix, it was a lot of reports coming out that he was looking good in practice. Kirk, I think it was last week was his first touchdown in a few games, and I think that's unacceptable, especially for the direction Atlanta's going or trying to go. We all thought that Atlanta was going to be a playoff team. Well, I did this year, or at least compete for the division, right? They're still, 1 game out, so I think it was a good move, especially them playing New England. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those, some players are good at practice, but
They're playing Giants, New York Giants.
Oh, Giants.
Yeah.
Sorry, the Giants. Yeah,
Yeah,
I knew it was one of the bottom teams, but versus Giants, Giants are trying to lose, trying to get the number 1 pick. So it's good to put him out in action, see what he does
At home.
at home. Yeah, see what he does, and if he's build his confidence, moving forward.
What you think, Tony?
I mean, at this point, they won the last game, so I probably think that I probably would have stayed with Cousins for maybe another game, because I don't know how about inserting a rookie into a playoff race. So just from that standpoint, but he's produced 1 touchdown, 8 interceptions. Just change the game plan. Run the ball more. Give him some easier throws.
They tried,
Don't
though.
let him.
They run the ball a lot, more than, I think normal teams. I be watching the games. I'm like, my goodness. 1st and 2nd down is a run, then 3rd down. 1st and 2nd down, run, then 3rd down. If
But
they're
they
lucky,
won.
They get it. Yeah, they won the most ugliest
I'm
fashion.
with you. All right, so does the coach, if they put him in and they miss the playoffs, are you firing the coach?
No, because they're already on the track to miss the playoffs if the playoffs started today. Even if Michael Penix goes 3-0, they can miss the playoffs. Washington just has to win 2 games, and then Tampa Bay has to just win out, and they miss the playoffs.
Who's Tampa's opponents?
But Tampa has a tougher schedule, which is why I'm saying I can still see Atlanta winning the division, because Tampa does have a tougher schedule, and Atlanta's schedule is very soft. And Washington plays Philly, and then I think they got Dallas as well, which those divisional games are never easy. But Jessie the Donoghue, what do you think about the benching of Kirk Cousins and putting in Michael Penix this late in the season?
I think it's very interesting. It speaks to Penix being able to do something. I agree with you. I don't know if I would sit him halfway through, but then my question is this. If Penix comes in and all of a sudden Pitts is catching passes and London's performing, and you're getting your running game out of Bijan, that says a lot about Cousins. The dude did it with Justin Jefferson, but maybe he can't do it at the lower level. I think it's crazy.
Or he's hurt. Or he's still hurt, yeah.
But they would say I feel like they'd say he's hurt. The thing I read this morning is they're dropping him on March to save $10 million.
Yeah.
This is a strange league, man. The Giants just walked away from Jones, who's a better quarterback than anybody on his team. I think.
Yeah.
The Giants.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no question.
Yeah. It's a strange league, but I think the reasoning is this. You have guys that you want to see. For the Giants' sake, they probably wanted to start losing. I'm going to be honest with you. They gave up. You know what I'm saying? For Atlanta's sake, Michael Penix Jr. is probably showing them something in practice. I'm telling you, you don't just make a move like this unless you're confident that the guy that's replacing him is going to come in and be better. Because let's be honest, Kirk Cousins has been playing bad. Penix might not be the savior this year, but he'll be better than what you're getting on the field. And he had to be showing it in practice. Bijan Robinson said, we love both of our guys. We like, both the quarterbacks. He's like, but I'm excited to play with Michael. You don't say that unless you, are seeing things in practice. You know what I'm saying? You could say something like, I'm happy to see Michael on the field. He said, I'm excited to play with Michael. So, to me, man, let's be honest. Kirk Cousins was playing like the worst quarterback in the NFL kind of level. So, really, Penix Jr. hopefully is an upgrade for Atlanta's sake. I say hopefully because I have Drake London, by the way. So, at the end of the day, that's the goal, is to see what can happen from that situation. I think it's a good move. The Atlanta Falcons might have won all 3 games, but they were limping to winning those games. Who knows? They might have dropped one. Like, they kept the Raiders in that game. They should not have been in that game. It was like they're trying to find a way to give the Raiders the game towards the end. But
Yeah, I mean, they should have, in reality, they should have lost that Philly game too.
yeah,
And then Saquon dropped that,
touchdown.
pass. Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Michael C said it. I was Atlanta. I had them winning the division. You know,
Yeah.
we were excited about their offense. We thought they were gonna be fireworks.
Top 10 offense in the NFL.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, you know who also needs to be in question is Zach Robinson, the offensive coordinator. I'm serious. Like, let's be real right now, because you would try to adjust the game the way you make it work for Kirk Cousins, and he really didn't do that either.
Not at all.
Well, I mean, Kirk Cousins also, man, it didn't help himself out, man. He's making bad throws, throwing it into coverage. Guys are double team, overthrowing receivers. I mean, also Penix to me just adds another element to the game, man, to the offense. He could run. Kirk is not mobile. And everybody's not like every quarterback guys is not Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. Those guys that play in their 40s. Maybe it's time, to hang it up.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys. Well, I'm gonna leave it at that because it was like a pause to the pause of a pauses, and I don't know if I wanted to like get to that point or not.
Hang it up.
No, I was gonna give you a situation that I read.
Let's go.
Hanging low fruit.
No, so I'm gonna say it now at this point since I brought it up. Okay, so this is not the first time Atlanta has had an African American left-handed quarterback whose first name is Michael and whose last name is one letter away from a genital. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
I saw a meme.
right.
So
Come on, man.
and that guy was balling.
Remember,
You
that's
say
the
it.
key.
Hey, yo.
That guy was balling.
That guy was balling. Hey,
No, he
yo.
wasn't.
Yes, he.
But he
I
can't say
until he
that.
ain't never won
Oh,
nothing.
yeah.
I mean, Big ain't
Yeah.
won nothing.
Yeah.
There you go. New air horn music. Let's leave it at that one for that one. Shout out to Michael Penix Jr. Hopefully he does well. All right, so we're off of that. Kirk Cousins and including Aaron Rodgers are going to be free agents. Okay? All right, so what's going on? Is a team like the Giants going to pick them up and then like try to compete next year with maybe if they have money? Or is where are they going? Are they backups now? Like, what are we doing, Tony? What are we doing with Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins? I asked you first because
Well, I mean, because
similar situation.
Yeah. You can look, Aaron Rodgers, I don't see anybody really trying to sign him. He's a DVAC quarterback. Even if he's got more skill than Kirk Cousins at this point, I'm good on doing all that. When it comes to Cousins, man, dude probably made over $500 million. He did that quarterback on Amazon. He got a nice house, got a nice barbecue set. Bro, just relax, kick back. And I could see him being in the front office somewhere.
Kirk Cousins, by the way, is GM.
Material?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about his manager or his agents. His agents. Think about it, man. Made some amazing decisions and moves to
absolutely.
make a lot of great money, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Where do you see Kirk Cousins and Aaron Rodgers? So you think both of them are not playing next year?
Yeah, I don't see it.
I think Cousins plays. I was kind of looking it over. You find somebody who had a high draft pick. Cousins is a nice dude. He's famously like a Christian who loves his teammates. You take him to the Giants or somewhere if they draft a rookie quarterback. That's where I think he ends up. Somewhere where he can, like, remember Kirk Warner went to New York? I actually think New York makes a lot of sense for Cousins. He's going to go somewhere where he understands. He's already getting paid, $27 million, I think, next year by Atlanta. Or, this is my wild card, he stays in Atlanta. Like, they make it better over the end of the year. And they're like, we just want you here around the coach, Michael. Say the next 3 games go good. Penix is doing well. It costs nothing to keep him because you're already paying him.
Well, it'll
Of course,
cost him
you got
$10 million.
the bonus, yeah. But maybe he walks off that.
No, he's for sure leaving to me Atlanta. I think that's no questions asked. It's one of those situations you could tell Kirk Cousins has that look on him. Like, even he's kind of like, he's professional.
He shouldn't be surprised.
He should be mad at himself.
Yeah.
He is mad at himself, but it's never easy to take that as like as a veteran quarterback, especially in your middle of a playoff run. Like, if they're 5-10, then he would. I would understand the situation. They're in 7-7. They're in the middle of a playoff hunt. It's not as much as he's being professional and should know that he was part of the problem. It's not easy to accept that at the end of the day, the whole situation. But I do think that he is going to maybe be the gateway quarterback for a team that does draft a quarterback, in the first round. I do agree with that. Maybe he plays one more year, kind of like what he did in Atlanta in a way.
Yeah.
In Atlanta, but he's going to accept that now that that's what's going to be his role.
Geno Smith back in Seattle next year?
No, I think his contract is up.
Because that's another place that would make sense. He's got the receivers, got the people.
Listen, Kirk Cousins played so bad.
I do think it's got to be in a environment. Jesse says New York. I don't see it only because I feel like it's got to be more of a home nurturing. Yeah, a lot of them live in Jersey, but I don't know, man. I feel like he's too old to be playing outdoors.
So
He's been playing indoors his whole life.
our teams are limited. Moti, where do you see these guys going?
Hey, Tone, does your bones hurt during the cold?
Yes.
So, Kirk Cousins' wife is from Georgia.
Uh-huh.
He bought a house down there.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, this is one of those Moti's.
Stories.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Moti,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
He knows
Cooper Cup
what
and Stafford's
school-
kids will school together.
Yep,
No, you
well,
guys-
that's exactly what I was thinking.
You
Which receivers' kids went to school with Kirk Cousins?
He knows the baby mama drama too
absolutely,
in the locker rooms.
absolutely. Zion Williamson, he got
Yeah.
baby mama drama. But anyways, yeah. So I think one of the issues in the NFL is the backup quarterback. A lot of teams, if their starter goes down, they're done for the year. So I think these guys will be great backup quarterbacks. They will play next year, and that's Kurt and Aaron Rodgers. Both New York teams need a quarterback. Vegas need a quarterback. I think those teams will also draft a quarterback, and one of those guys will probably back them up.
I
So
don't think
you
Aaron
think
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers will
he would
accept the
never,
backup
He would never
position?
accept the backup role. Kirk
I
Cousins
get it.
would.
I get it. So Aaron Rodgers would retire before he.
Yes.
Yes.
He doesn't have the ego.
Yes. I think Aaron Rodgers might
I
have one more
expected
year.
a little bit of a fight.
Well, he could start off.
There it is.
He could start off as a starter, and then midway through the season, make that transition to the rookie.
I'm interested to see where he goes. I don't
Aaron
know.
Rodgers?
Yeah, I don't know, man. You're right, man. I don't know if any team wants to deal with that. And then it's like a 1 year plan, pretty much. You got to be all in that year.
I mean, think of it like this: who is drafting a? You know what? He could be in the Giants.
Kirk.
No,
Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, yeah,
That would
that's what
be-
I'm saying.
They don't have a starter.
I mean, guys, he could return to the Jets. The Jets are drafting a quarterback.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I don't think he's returned to the Jets. I think that relationship is done. I think that relationship is done. It's a weird situation over there in New York. This whole year, that team is just
2
weird.
years. Came in, broke his leg.
Yeah.
Went and did drugs in a hole all summer. Came back and sucked.
Yeah.
Yo, what if he goes to Minnesota with that whole Brett Favre path?
That,
Wow.
that was a rumor. I saw a headline
Yo.
on ESPN that said Rodgers to
that's-
Minnesota ?
I never thought about that.
And I'm like, what the heck? Yusuf, last air horn. Let's get that going. We are all Lions fans here.
We the
okay?
Lions.
We are the Lions.
Yes.
When thick and through, no matter what, we're the Lions. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, last week, a lot of people panicked that the Lions lost to Buffalo. Blah blah blah. Buffalo, great team, top 4 team to me in the NFL for sure. They're going to be in contention for the Super Bowl. Might even see those guys in the Super Bowl. So shout out to Buffalo. Josh Allen, by the way, is for sure the MVP of the NFL. I don't care what he do. Well, hopefully he keeps it up, but I think he's number 1. Lamar Jackson's number 2, and that's how it's going to finish, by the way. But with that said, what really, really, really bothered me was the next 2 days. It was just a slew of reports of injuries that pretty much were season-ending for a lot of our key players. And now you look back at our roster, and you look at our defense, and there's probably like 3 starters from the beginning of the season, and then the depth players are out too. So, with that said, what is your panic meter? Jesse, I'll start off with you on this one. From 1 to 10, 10 being very panicky, where do you put this panic meter for the Detroit Lions to make it to the Super Bowl and to go far in the playoffs?
I don't think they're making the Super Bowl at this point, but I don't panic. They are what they are. They're going to play. You heard Campbell. They're going to show up. They'll fight you wherever you are. I mean, they might make Super Bowl. I don't think they're winning the Super Bowl. Who's going to beat us? Are you afraid of Philly? Are you afraid of Minnesota? Are you afraid of anybody in the NFC? I'm not. And then by then you get your team back together. You still got Arnold. You still got Branch back there. You picked up Smith. That defense isn't going to be terrible. They just have to get more opportunities. If you're going to only force one punt a game, well, then you better pick a couple balls. and we have the offense to roll with them. My biggest concern is where they can run without Montgomery, not today. If they can find out some guy who can hammer the ball, cool. I'm more worried about Montgomery than anything else. So I don't panic, though. Like, what are you going to do, man? The team's the team. Our goals were so high at the beginning of the year. We're acting like we're the, returning 49ers back in 94. We're just a team. We haven't won. We haven't won a championship game. So low panic, low expectations.
I like that. Low panic, low expectations, though. I feel like you were saying something about who was it? Mr. Montgomery was the biggest one that was going to hurt you. A person that people are sleeping on is Craig Reynolds. I remember last year he came in. He played pretty well, man. He played pretty well. He did his job, man. I don't think people are talking about him enough.
Yeah, I just don't think he's the hammer that.
He's not, but he played well, if you remember. I remember, I was like, all right, Craig, he played solid.
Yeah.
Montgomery was out 3-4 weeks last year.
Yeah.
Tony, panic meter, talk to me.
From a steam, I'll probably put it at a 4. I really feel like
Really? That's pretty low, Tony.
it is, because I do feel like the loss didn't hurt as much as all the injuries that were happening. You're not going to win every single game.
I'm not talking about the game. I'm talking about the panic meter of the current state of the Detroit Lions right now. Forget the game.
Somebody turn the volume on the mics or what?
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. But
Okay.
I'm talking about the current status of the Detroit Lions right now. Forget the game.
I always thought that Philly was going to be a problem for us. I said that at the beginning of the year. That was really the one team that I was looking at that, I was worried about. But I think as long as we're at home, we have a chance. So if we can secure the 1 seed, or let's say we're even the 2 seed, God forbid, and Philly, they have a tendency to choke,
Hey, yo.
and we have that championship game at Ford Field, we go into the Super Bowl.
We the
That
Lions.
doesn't change. Now, they're gonna get some guys back. And when Montgomery, that news came out, I was like, man, why don't he get another opinion on it? He played through it in that game, so maybe rest him up, inject him with some stuff. Whoa, and play. You know what I'm saying? Rest him up. Just rest him up. I swear, he didn't look like he was missing. He was catching it, pivoting, moving out the backfield. Dude.
That's all the muscles around his knee.
Bro, alhamdulillah, he didn't have surgery.
Yeah, that's true.
Because when they said he's going into surgery, I'm like, man, that's too. He played in the game. He played. And then you give more reps to Gibbs, and we good.
Gibbous.
I said Gibbs.
No, I'm saying Gibbous.
Oh. Gibbs to Gibbs.
There you go. Hey, go ahead, Moto. I'm going to let you answer this right quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to 97.
Like Tony does.
No. But it's not my main source of information.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
His main source. What is your main source of information?
Satellite radio.
Well, TV having some interesting information.
No, it's a bunch of things. You know what I'm saying? I'm a variety of outlets. But Lions, I'm at a 5. The reason why by the way, everybody's talking about the downfall. We're not making the it sounded like we lost a playoff game or something. It really sounded bad, and I didn't like that because guys, we're still in the hunt, man. And I'm gonna back what Jessie said. Also, I don't fear no team in the NFC. Honestly, I always said the AFC teams are the 3. There's 3 teams in the AFC that could beat us. Which is KC, Baltimore, and Buffalo. When the schedule came out in the beginning of the year, I think we all had us losing to Buffalo. Buffalo just has our number, and we're losing guys on defense. Some guys are coming back. Anzalone, they're saying he's coming back. So
Iffy.
Yeah, if he's
Today?
He's active today. Yeah. So, but today's a big game, guys. They need to go out there in Chicago and beat them and secure that number 1 seed. It's very important we do that.
All right. What, you about to say something?
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, they gotta find ways to put pressure on the quarterback. You make your secondary better. You make your linebackers better. No, but if you watching that game against Buffalo, dude, they did everything but tackle the guy. The secondary played their role. It was really the running backs that hurt us out of the backfield, and our linebackers, kind of were our weak spot. If I had to address, okay, what was, our weak spot, even at the beginning of the year, I would have
Linebacker.
said it was linebacker.
Yeah.
And they kind of exposed, man, like all our linebackers there. I mean, yeah, we're playing with third string, fourth string, off the street, practice squad. But, man, we got to find ways to collapse that pocket and get to the quarterback. Because that's where Josh Allen hurt us with the running backs out the backfield. I thought the corners did a great job, even with all the injuries they've been having on, Shakir, Cooper. Cooper didn't have a catch.
Cooper played?
Exactly. And
Well,
Kincaid probably had a couple of catches here and there, but that's it.
Amanda,
Bro, it was yeah, man. It was running backs versus linebacker, that hurt us.
Yeah, I agree.
So going back to the panic meter question, Moti, I say it's a 5. You can't be blind to those injuries. It's big injuries. Like these are not just second string, third string guys. Like it's our starting corners. I think 4 out of 5 top corners are out. We've had obviously a couple. I mean, Aiden Hutchinson, our best defender, was going to be the defensive player of the year. We keep forgetting about him. McNeil now is out. We just gave him a contract,
Oh my
big
God.
contract.
To
You know
me,
what I'm
hey,
saying?
when he went out, man, I was like, man, this is bad.
Yeah. And Carlton Davis, he was doing a great
ACL.
job this year, by the way.
Yeah.
Carlton Davis was having a great year. Ended up being the MCL for.
Yeah.
Aleem?
McNeil.
he tore it.
McNeil's
He
was
tore it.
worse than
Yeah.
Carlton Davis.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Carlton Davis-
so is it MCL instead of ACL?
right?
That's better.
It is better, but I think it was a complete
No, I
tear.
mean, I see an ACL.
It was initially, then I think it ended up being an MCL,
Okay.
but it was probably a complete tear. Carlton Davis. So, yes, but that's why it's a 5 because I again, what everybody said. When you look at the NFC, this is the year, guys. San Francisco pooped the bed. Okay, that was the team that we couldn't beat last year. The way I look at it is this Lions team is like last year's team, but with one more year of experience. Our defense sucked last year. Let's be honest, guys. We couldn't stop anybody. Our secondary
were
was bad,
losing.
and we were losing, but we were still.
Yeah.
We finished 12-5.
No, but we were losing when our defense started off slow last year, we were losing games. And when they started getting to the middle of the pack, that's when we started to win because our offense stayed where it was at the same rate, at the same pace, but our defense started to play better. Guys, you guys are saying you're not worried about nobody in the NFC, man. I think any team in the NFC
can beat us.
I
agree,
agree
but
with
I'm
that,
not
yeah.
worried about nobody either.
Yeah,
though.
exactly. No, Tone, you're right.
You're right. I think the Rams can beat us.
Yeah.
I think the Vikings can beat us. I think
Yeah.
the Packers can beat us, and I think the Eagles can beat us. Those are the 4 teams that I think can beat us in the NFC, and we obviously can match up against.
The Bucks already beat us.
I was gonna say the Bucks can give us a hard time too, but I don't think they'll beat us. I don't think they'll beat
I
us.
think so. I agree with you on
Yeah,
that.
but overall, what I'm trying to say is, Tony, like, there's not like a team to be feared. Is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say.
I
You know
agree.
how like last year we knew San Fran was gonna be
If
that.
you're
team?
playing on the road at Philly, are you not
I
feared?
am not feared at all to play against the Philadelphia
Tone,
Eagles.
I
I
get it.
swear I'm
I-
looking forward to playing against
I
them.
get it, Tone. No, Tone has a point. It's also outdoors, and Philly's a good team, guys.
They are a
That's what
good
I'm
team.
saying.
You know what
They're
I'm saying? But I'm gonna right. It's like the fear factor to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I fear Buffalo.
I fear any
really do.
team in the cold.
I fear Baltimore too.
I fear Chicago today.
Hey, Kansas City. Look, those 3 teams are all in the cold.
But you only got to play one.
Yeah, you're gonna play in the
And they
middle of the
gotta
road.
run
You're
through their-
in the Super Bowl. You're
whoever
not
the
playing them
one
outside.
Of the 3, one of them's going to have to beat 2 of them.
Yeah,
And
for
I'm just
sure.
saying, if they win it, I want to point out, I don't think defense ever got better last year. I think our offense got better, and I think because of how we move, it impacts other teams. And the fact that you have to score changes how you run your defense. I don't think we ever got better at defense last year. I think teams just realized they had to keep pace. The Bills kept pace with us, and they only had to punt once. They also had a sliding catch on a 3rd down on a throw from a dude who's playing. Right now, the Bills are playing the best football in the league, just like we were 2 months ago. If we played them 2 months ago and them now, that would be a ball game. They just beat the Chiefs. They just beat us. The Bills got a long ways to go. I just want to point out, the defense can be dictated by the offense. That's where the Montgomery thing really sucks because you might not be able to hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
But if you can score, if you're pushing 35, 40, it puts them out of their comfort zone. They have to throw more. I think I said this earlier. The key to the defense is going to be, if you're going to get scored on, and you got to take chances. I need interceptions. I need
Yeah, no
fumbles,
question. Yeah.
strains, blitzes, like something to make that impact. And I think the key to the defense is the offense.
I mean, we'll say Caleb Williams is not Josh Allen,
Yes.
right?
Nah.
But the fact is that one thing about Detroit was that, part of what was helping their defense is they were 8, 6, 7, 8-minute drives. Montgomery, 3 yards. Montgomery, 5 yards. Boom. So it was kind of like 10 plays, 12 plays, 14 plays. Now you worry that it might be pass, and you worry about that. And the defense got to come in. We already lost players, man. And if they got to be on the field longer, that just scares me.
Overall, obviously, like I said, Tony is right. You could,
And it
fear,
might change
but
Dan Campbell.
It is.
too.
He's gonna be aggressive as
Yeah,
hell.
now it kind of like, are we going back to the old Dan
Detroit
Campbell?
Lions from last year, but the difference is we have one more year experience. The last thing I just want to say about this whole situation is that we needed this, guys. The Lions were on top of the world, and we never had that experience before, ever. This is what Detroit teams do. We always have to face adversity to get over that hill. This is not this is very normal. I mean, this is nothing new here. Every single one of our Detroit sports teams, other than maybe the Red Wings, we don't ever just sit at the top where we feel like we're on top of the throne and we're number one. It felt weird. I'm not gonna lie to you. It felt uncomfortable. I couldn't believe it that we were the number one team in the NFL and everybody's power rankings for 5 weeks straight. So I'm not gonna lie. This is a silver lining, man. We're back to being the hunters. I feel like now people are disrespecting us. They think that they can just beat us. So we'll see. All right, we got some fantasy questions right quick, fellas, before we go to our next ad because we are done with the debate time situation. So Fahmi's looking fresh, PG1, said Billy Buckets. Fahmi is very smug these days. Fahmi is my little older brother. Fahmi, hi.
Hello.
That's all Billy Buckets, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right, Ziad Hadi, morning, guys. Shout out to the Z, by the way. I like
Shout out to Ziad.
Yes, because he said congrats to Tony.
Wow.
Yes, he congratulated
Already?
you, Tony. Yeah.
Wait, last week.
No, that was last week.
Oh, you beat him?
Still don't like him. Please pick two. McMillan at Dallas, Mooney versus Giants, Downs versus Tennessee. I boom Philly McMillan. Kate Otten is out. He's been scoring over 18 points back-to-back weeks. I think McMillan's a good start.
Mm-hmm.
Mooney is one of those guys where I feel like, Michael Penix is playing. I don't know what their relationship is going to be like. I'm going to maybe regret telling you not to start him and wait a week. He might end up scoring 30. He might score 3. I don't know. So I would wait a week. Just see what Michael Penix is doing. And then Downs versus Tennessee. Listen, I like Josh Downs a lot. Anthony Richardson is playing. You're looking at 180 yards from Anthony Richardson, and you're expecting him to get, it's just tough. I think opportunity, McMillan's number one. So I'll go McMillan. Who you got?
Pick one?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
pick one.
Ziad-
pick two. Oh, pick two.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Ziad asked a question so he could let us know that he's still in the playoffs somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't want to say that.
Those 3 wideouts, I don't know how, but whatever.
Ooh.
Hey, but I'm going.
Probably flex. No, she's wide receiver 2 and flex probably options.
Yeah.
I'm going Mooney and Downs.
Wow. Forget everything. I just gave a
Wow.
whole speech.
Wow.
I'm gonna go
It's
McMillan. And dang, I don't know, man. Where you gonna go?
Hey, all I'll say is, man, Ziad, last week was a battle. It was one game I definitely didn't want to lose, but since it's the year of Tony, you just happen to be in the way.
Hey, what did you end up
Okay.
betting on Mark Andrews and Sam Laporta, by the way? Because I've been
Okay,
keeping track of
I'm
that.
winning.
I know you are.
Okay, so back to the question. Definitely, I'm going with McMillan. That's one. And the second one is, I look at it like this. Jessie is here. Jessie called Calvin Ridley. First of all, I'm booming Calvin Ridley. Secondly, Mooney is playing the Calvin Ridley position. Boom, Philly Mooney. He's going for 50 today. Let's go.
Can we get a round of applause, man? Can we get our producer right here?
It's all connected.
You know what? Clip of the week, baby. Clip of the week.
He better
Zero.
score.
Zero.
He better score.
Who you got for this?
I'm not playing Downs. I don't really like the matchup.
Yeah.
I don't think the other two matter. I mean, Mooney has the talent to do it. It's just like although one advantage is Mooney might be out there more with the second reps with Penix and the other guys. I don't really know how they practice in the pros, and Mooney actually has talent, so I just wouldn't put it down. I really don't like that matchup for them, and he just doesn't get the catches like he used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go McMillan and Mooney as well. They convinced me. I'll go McMillan and Mooney. Shout out to Dino. See, this is why we're here, Dino, and I
Yes,
love this.
Dino.
So Dino, what up, fellas? Dino again. Y'all saved me last week.
Again.
True.
I actually go ahead and give him a round of applause, man. Give us a round of applause too. I actually remember the starts that we told him, and I'm happy that he went with what we told him because I was thinking about that, Dino. So I'm happy you made it. So, can y'all do it again? Keenan Allen or Tony Pollard? I'm gonna quickly say Keenan Allen. I know it's cold, but to me, the Lions, we are already down some secondary people, and Keenan Allen at that third receiver role. I mean, the slot role. I think he's gonna kill whoever's over there, bro. I don't even know who's going to be, but he's going to dominate them. I got Keenan Allen. Tony Pollard's playing against the Colts. I don't know. I'm going Keenan. Where y'all going? Jesse?
I love Keenan Allen. I just don't know if he can keep it up. I'd play Pollard.
Hey, yo.
I think he's more solid. Just a bigger part of the offense.
Tony?
See, it's kind of hard because it is going against the Lions. The safer pick is going to be Tony. He's been catching the ball out the backfield. I mean, he's getting the touches, man. I mean, you're talking about somebody that, all right, they might throw to him compared to somebody that's going to touch the ball 20 times.
Moti?
I'm in a similar situation. I'm starting Keenan Allen.
There you go. Dino, I hope that
Against
works.
Salt?
2 out of 2.
Yeah.
Salwar Abdul Latif.
Wow.
Okay. I have PPR, Strange or Kincaid. I have Josh Allen stacked, but don't know which tight end to start. I boom fielded Strange. He had 12 or 11 targets last week, and he didn't score a touchdown, but he had like 10 catches for like 99 yards or something. Crazy week. I really ain't focused on the Jets and Jags game. I know that game was like a crazy game, but throughout the game, I didn't know that was the kind of week that he had, benching Strange. So what does that mean? That means he has a relationship with Mac Jones. Moti, tell me, did they go to school, anything? What's the situation? Because it looks like there's a relationship there.
No, they go to the same country club.
Okay.
All right, I'm going Strange.
Strange.
Yes,
Tony.
definitely going Strange.
Jesse.
I love Kincaid, but Strange.
There we go.
I got a question. Justin Jefferson. I'm sorry. He has Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
So he needs to start a quarterback. Sam Darnold at Seattle. He says it's raining with 24-mile-hour winds.
Pouring.
Okay. He said Richardson versus Tennessee or Love versus the Saints, and it's going to snow before the game. He said he's also got Michael Penix.
That's crazy because I'm in a very same situation. In my work league, guys, believe it or not, I'm still in the playoff. I'm still in the playoff in one league. So I got Richardson against Penix Jr., and I'm going with Richardson because I want to watch him this week. I want to watch
You're going
him.
with Richardson?
Why? Because Tennessee's offense gives other...
Yeah,
the
but their
other-
defense.
Their defense is good, but their offense gives teams a lot of
Opportunities.
opportunities.
Yeah, for sure.
And Richardson, this is a 4-point passing touchdown, 25 yards for each point touchdown league. So that rushing upside is huge in this league. When you can have a quarterback who run, this guy averages 50 yards a game at minimum. He's getting like a rushing touchdown in the last 4 games. Trust me, I like Penix. I think he's going to do good. I just can't rely on a freaking semifinal playoff game on a rookie quarterback making his first start. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I can't. I think he's going to play great. I
think that's why I would probably go with Jordan Love.
I don't have Love, though, by the way. I have only Richardson and Penix Jr.
What do you think, Jesse?
I don't know, man. It depends on the composition of the rest of the team. Because if you were like, say, not to get nitpicky, but if you're most likely it's even, then I think Jordan Love's the easy pick. If you're behind, I think you need to play Penix because he's the one with the upside. He spread the ball around really well with Washington. He moves, he might be able to actually use that offense.
Are you telling me to start Penix Jr. over Anthony Richardson?
I'm saying if it's an even match, for you?
Yeah.
I wouldn't start Anthony Richardson if he walked in this room and asked me.
Let's
But for the other one,
Nice.
get it.
I think you're right about Love. It's a safer play, but sometimes you have to take risk, and I think Penix has a high upside today.
Moti.
Yo, listen. This is why I have more players. This is why I discovered more players than all you guys. I discovered players. This is a great opportunity for somebody to step up in a semifinals playoff game and start Penix.
So you'll start Penix Jr.
Absolutely.
What did you say? What was your final answer?
Penix.
Penix?
Well, but I also
Love?
I want to leave the caveat
Okay.
that if it's even and that's not your important position and you just need a baseline, then you play Love.
Who you got, Tony? Would you make a final answer?
I might go Love, man. He plays in that weather. I mean, what is he worried about?
That's true. That is true. I mean, and Love is the
I mean,
safer.
versus the Lions
What?
in that weather.
No, the Lions.
I mean,
was
they
rain.
dropped a lot of balls too.
Hey, yo.
I know. I'm just.
While the
How else
family,
do I say it?
while the family gets so happy when you read Zia's comments and not mine, said Billy Buckets. Gotta remember, Pollard is coming off an injury. This is Dino, but thank you guys. I'll let you know next week if y'all save me again. Pollard is coming off an injury as well, but you know he's active. Ice cold milkshake sit of the week, Brenton Strange, said Jeffrey. So he's not a big fan of Brenton Strange. So we'll see. Who was your ice cold? You said somebody that you said in the beginning is like, can we do a non-boom Philly? Remember you said
You're not gonna like it.
who is it?
I think Gibbs is gonna have a really hard game today.
Why is that? Say that again. Just I don't know. People heard you, man. You
I don't
said
want to hurt anybody's
Jesse,
feelings.
stop. Okay, Jesse.
I don't wanna hurt
please
your
take it back.
feelings.
Jesse, just take it
I'm
back.
just
take-
saying he's been
Oh
able
my-
to float, do what he wants.
My head hurts.
Who are you
And
talking about?
cut.
man? This could be the
Cut.
So who are you talking about, Jesse?
Cut it.
I'm saying that you want my bold statement? I don't know if Gibbs will hit 60 yards. And he may or may not score. Just because if you're going to beat the Lions in this game, you're going to keep them in front and you're going to shut down the run game. And Gibbs,
We're not looking for him to run though.
and
That's a good-
at the same
that's a
pass
good
out
thing.
The backfield.
Actually, we are. We are looking for
Who are you going to put back there? I mean, it hurts my soul to say it.
How many catches does Gibbs have?
Today,
Yeah.
what I really think, I don't think they're okay. Here's one. I'm gonna go into it deeper. He gets hurt, your season's over.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
no
think they're
question.
swing passing him. I don't think he catches a lot. I think you're gonna use your other players. I think they're going into this game thinking they're gonna win anyway. I think Patrick might lead your offense. I really do. I think they're gonna walk to a victory, and I don't think they're gonna lean on Gibbs very heavily. I mean, I
You
could be
know,
wrong. I'm
hey,
just saying.
Jesse,
Jesse,
has made some bold statements in the past.
He
He
has.
has.
I'm scared.
And I hope I'm
he's
wrong. I hope
He's
I'm
right
wrong.
a lot of times, and this is
He's
what
right.
worries
He's
me.
right.
But you know what, Jesse?
Here we go.
Third time's the charm. Okay, you've been correct on the first two times, and you're gonna be wrong, Jesse.
I hope so.
Gibbs is this. Hey, this is his line: 14 rushes, 60 yards, 8 catches, 57 yards. 1 rushing touchdown, 1 receiving touchdown.
Wow.
Bank it.
Air horn
like
that
it.
one.
Bank it.
Air horn.
You are wrong, Jesse. I don't like going against you ever. Ever.
There you go. There you go. Jesse the Don, Tony right there. Let's give a shout out to BMI, Best of the Best Towing, and we're going to go into these games. If you guys are at home and have questions, feel free to shoot them our way. You or someone you know just got into a car accident? Call BMI. Your car is stuck in the snow? Call BMI. Your car just ran out of gas in the middle of the highway? Then call BMI. BMI Towing is the best towing and road service company around. They have workers on the clock 24/7, 365 days in the year. Their location is in Oak Park, Michigan, and their number is 313-460-3222. If you are looking for the best of the best road service around, then call BMI Towing.
Right, man. But I do hope you're wrong about Gibbs.
I don't know if we're gonna smack the Bears, man. This is a very dangerous game. It's cold, you know, but hopefully we do win. We gotta win, straight up. I don't care what the situation is.
Yeah, I
Just
don't
win the
care.
game. All right, let's go ahead and start breaking down these games, and let's start off with the Lions and the Bears. We're gonna let you get the Lions, Jesse the Don Donoghue.
Can't
Basically.
get the Lions. Give them the Bears.
All right, then you're gonna get the Bears, Jesse the Don Donoghue.
He's going to sit
Just
Gibbs.
Name off who would you start this week against the Detroit Lions? Anyone, go.
Adunze.
That's it.
Yep.
Not DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift, Caleb Williams, Cole Kmet.
Maybe Swift. I'm sorry. Swift will get his yardage.
Okay, there we go. Tony, Lions, everybody.
Everybody today is
How
going
about
to be
Tim
high
Patrick?
scoring.
If you had to get
Hey,
a flex.
Hey, listen. That's one thing I do agree with is that Tim Patrick is going to have a game. It'll be his 3rd straight game scoring a touchdown after he didn't score for like 2 years or 3 years. And, start everybody.
All right, there we go. Moti, Rams, and Jets. I'll give you the Rams. Who you got started?
Rams, I'm going both receivers, Cup and
Puka.
Puka Nakua. I'm going Stafford, and I'm going Williams.
All right, for the Jets, obviously Devontae Williams decided to have his best career game in his life against Omar in the fantasy first round. You got to start Devontae. I mean, you almost have to start Garrett Wilson, and unfortunately, you almost have to start Breece Hall too. That's kind of the Jets situation right now. Eagles against Commanders. First of all, does Commanders have any shot of winning this game, Jesse?
Yeah, it's a division game, right?
And they're at home.
Yeah, I mean, they got a chance.
What do you give them as a percentage to winning this game?
10. But they could.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Commanders, who you got starting this week, Jesse?
1 second. I don't own any Commanders. I like Scary Terry. He's the only Buckeye I like in the NFL.
You like Scary Terry today?
No, I mean it in life. I just like him
okay.
in life.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about because he's going up against Guantanamo Bay?
Yeah, that's
as my-
secondary,
as my,
man. They shut him down last
Quinyon
time they
Mitchell.
played.
Then I don't know, man.
Okay.
How about Zach Ertz, former tight end of the Philadelphia Eagles? Zach Ertz, who's actually having not a bad season this year.
I don't watch Washington.
Okay.
That was a
Jaden
bad
Daniels.
one. I
All
was
right,
scrolling
Philly.
trying to remember.
Philly.
Where'd you go, Jaden
Oh.
Daniels?
Go Philly. I'll do
Okay.
Washington.
Yes, I'm starting Jaden Daniels in a few.
Okay.
For Philly, I like this is the one where you roll out the little red carpet. I like Barkley. I like Kurtz. I like AJ Brown. They're due. I like them all around.
So so you think a score on a Philly game? Because we got somebody that loves Philly.
I think it's gonna be like Philly get 28-30, and then I think Washington gets it to a certain extent. But I like to move it through Jaden Daniels. It's gonna be a good game for him.
Okay.
Okay. Tony, go ahead with the Washington Commanders. I mean, who would you start this week?
Man, it's gonna be tough for me to start Scary Terry. Man, he's looking scary today. I'd probably start McMillan over him. I'm starting Alexander Madison over him. It's tough, man. Jaden Daniels, you got to start him. Brian Robinson, he's playing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And Zach Ertz, man. I mean, if they're vulnerable anywhere, it's at the maybe to the tight end. So.
I like how you stopped yourself there. Giants and Falcons. Atlanta is playing at home. Michael Penix Jr.'s opening game. Moti. I'll let you get the Falcons. Who you got starting this week?
We're gonna go Drake London. Go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say my question to you guys is: who do you guys think is gonna be the biggest beneficiary of Michael Penix starting? By the way,
Honestly, I really think the whole offense, including Pitts. You know what I'm saying? I just think I just see Penix getting that crowd hype. Just moving Atlanta forward after today. They got to be on the Penix bandwagon, and I think everybody, man, you know what I'm saying? Pitts, Drake, I think Mooney doesn't benefit from Penix,
me too.
believe it or not. But I think Pitts does and Drake.
I agree. I don't know why, because
Mooney, he throws the deep
Hey,
ball.
it was
he's a
something-
rookie. He's a rookie, right? And then you got your first receiver, first target, Drake London, and then you got your tight end is always your next best friend or your best friend. So that's why I think Mooney drops to maybe number 3 in the pecking order. And plus, since he's coming in so late this year, how much reps does he really get with Darnell Mooney? You know what I mean?
Well, I'll tell you, it depends on what read he is on a play. So if he's the third or fourth read, yeah, Penix might not go through get to that point.
Yeah.
But if he's the first or second read, I think he could benefit. I think Pitts might be the one that gets hurt.
Yeah, I mean, Pitts was already hurt, so there's not much hurting that can happen at this point.
Yeah.
Giants, unfortunately, you might have to start Tyrone Tracy. And, Malik Neighbors, as bad as it is, he's actually not having a bad year. He's actually having, like, one of those. I mean, he was worth where he was drafted. How about that? In fantasy, he was worth where he was drafted because he's playing pretty much there. Cardinals, Panthers. Quick question, guys. Let's just ask this since, we went from the Giants to the Cardinals. It made me think about this one. This is a good, nice little debate time question, too, before we continue on. Who is the number one fantasy? I mean, who is, to your eyes, was the best rookie wide receiver this year?
Neighbors. It's between him and Harrison or what?
McConkey.
Yeah, give me if I'm redrafting.
No. I'm saying this
Listen,
year, off
listen.
what you watched, who was the best
I'd say
fantasy wide
Neighbors, man.
receiver.
I watch Neighbors make some incredible catches and with no quarterback.
I agree. I think Neighbors is the best receiver. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is number 2. But I think in terms of what I watched, man, McConkey's right there behind him, dude. He was huge for the Chargers this year, man.
And that was a good call on your part.
Thank you.
You called Ladd early, and I think that's part of the strategy that I took is if he likes guys, to a certain degree, I want to just rip his heart out and draft him ahead.
He's been doing that for 8 years.
Wow. We do that to each other. He looked at my league when I drafted, and then all of a sudden, Barkley shows up on his freaking, radar.
Jesse, who do you think was the best
That was a
receiver?
dirty move. Jesse, you know what? Since you're here, Jesse, I'm going to let some stuff out.
Air
Okay.
horn. Can we get an air horn?
Two things.
Can we get an air horn?
2 things. First thing is, he went and saw my fantasy draft from 12 o'clock RNFL, and then he decided to take the same route as me in the Fantasy Guys League. That's one.
Can I say something to that? or no?
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me finish. And my second point is, Jesse, I was playing somebody in fantasy last week, and I was down. Yahoo had him beating me at 95%. So I said, good game. I'm not going to mention any names. It was at 7 o'clock. The 4 o'clock games were pretty much done, and I only had I had 3 players playing with like 7 minutes to go, and I had 1 player playing at 8 o'clock. But I was down 70 points, and I came back and won. What do I do, Jesse? Am I wrong for that, or is it just
Is
hey,
he wrong
man,
for the good game text?
yes,
is what
the
he's
good
saying.
game text at 7 o'clock?
No, you're not wrong at all.
Okay, thank
You didn't know the score. That's not running it up.
Hey, Jesse, it's 100% wrong to be sending the text
I
message.
honestly, hey,
Nothing
Jesse,
annoys me more.
You know what projections
Then
were?
someone
Projections
sent that
were
message
130 to 98. Final projections. They mean something.
I don't know about all that. But I know if you've only got 3 guys with 7 minutes to go, it might be a little premature, which some men deal with.
7.
We're going to have that meeting someday.
That's true.
But I don't think there's no harm in that. You just send
Okay, now him looking at my team.
Before you give your final,
draft.
can I say something?
And I
First
don't-
of all, we like a lot of similar players. This guy thinks I went after his situation.
You just said I did. You accused me of doing it for
I know.
8 years.
Yes.
Listen, sit next to me. I'm looking at your sheet.
No,
I will
but that's
cheat.
not what happened.
I'm just saying.
That's
if
not
I
what
can
happened.
see what you're laid out, I
That's
watch it
not
and
what
I-
happened, Jesse.
He said I
went
saw his draft
in
without him
another
knowing
league that
from
he's
another
not in.
league.
Did you go watch it?
No,
No, he found
my
out.
brother's in that league. So
Yeah.
I told my brother, let me see the draft order because damn, I exposed my person. I didn't mean to do that. Dang, man.
E2 Brute.
It's all right, Connor Stallions. It's cool, man. You can start scouting
Wow.
drafts for us.
Hey, believe it or not, I look at his team because I know we think the same. I know
Wow.
a lot of the picks that we pick are similar. So it's not I just looked at his team, but I did focus on his team a little more than the other guys.
wow.
Hey, Cardinals, Panthers, let's go back to break down these games. Did you guys vote for your best receiver, best rookie receiver?
No.
Oh no, that's where we were. I have a hard time with that because I think it's Bowers, but then I think probably Neighbors. I mean,
I mean, if Bowers enters the chat, I think he automatically jumps to number 2.
I
Worst
think-
case scenario.
Yeah.
I just, and especially because of his position, I don't think it's close. I think Neighbor. It's an interesting draft. I like Adunze and I like Harrison. I think what we think
Yeah, we
this
forgot
year
about Adunze.
is gonna. This is gonna be a good class.
Yeah.
Remember when
Yeah.
Julio and AJ came out in the same year? This is gonna be the kind of year where there's 2 of those guys.
Yeah.
Because all those guys are all good, and McConkey too. Like that's 4 really good young receivers.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, Brian Thomas Jr. Oh my God.
Wow.
He's
Hey, you know what, man? You got to put him in that conversation.
you do.
I would put him ahead of freaking Harrison.
I would too. I would go one. I mean, if we're talking about wide receivers, or we're talking about okay, let's include Bowers. I'll go Neighbors, Bowers, maybe Thomas Jr., then McConkey, then Marvin Harrison Jr.
Hey, you know
in that
how
order.
you discovered McConkey? Bosch discovered Brian Thomas. He was trying to draft him in all. And I was looking at him like, dude, you crazy. Jacksonville, number 3 receiver. What's wrong with you?
I don't know though. I think Vincent drafted Brian Thomas in our league. I think he traded him.
Don't move on without mentioning Jalen Naylor, by the way. I really like Jalen Naylor.
This is his second year. This is not his
Wow.
first year.
Oh.
yeah,
All right,
year
sorry.
2. Jalen Naylor, shout out to MSU product right there. Cardinals, Panthers, Moti. I don't know, whatever. Cardinals, Moti, Arizona.
Arizona, we're gonna go Kyle Murray. We're gonna go Connor. McBride McBride playing?
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna go McBride. That's it.
he has no touchdowns this year, guys, and still
I know,
is the
man.
fantasy number 2 tight end.
I
in
was showing
fantasy.
somebody that stat, like Kidding. I was showing Kidding that stat, like, bro, my man, they have no touchdowns. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Panthers, I'll go Chuba, I'll go Thielen, and that's about it. Browns, Bengals, Jesse, Browns, who you got? I know.
Why do I always get to terrible teams?
I'm sorry, Dorian Thompson.
So I like Ford. I like where are they?
Let's just stop right there, buddy, because Dorian Thompson-Robinson is the starter this week.
That's why I said like Ford. Where is?
Yeah. Do you like Judy, though, with Dorian Thompson-Robinson starting?
No.
How about Njoku?
Yes.
Okay.
If he plays.
Is he
Isn't
playing?
hurt? Isn't Njoku?
He is hurt, but I don't know if he's active this week. I'm not going to lie. I haven't been on top of things. Bengals, Tony. Hey, by the way, I'm about to put him Penix in my lineup because of you two. I just want to let you know, Jesse.
Instead of but he said
Love. I don't have Love. I'm talking about Penix or
okay.
Richardson. Bengals.
I mean, Chase Brown, if you drafted him, you probably in the semis. Jamar, you drafted him late, you probably in the semis. I mean, there's a lot, man. Burrow, Higgins, you know, like that team is just solid all around offensively, man.
Titans, Colts. I'll take Tennessee right quick. I mean, you got to start Pollard at this point. And really, you don't got to start anyone else on the Tennessee Titans.
Calvin Ridley.
You're not starting
You are
Calvin
starting
Ridley.
Calvin Ridley.
Okay, he might have a good week.
Guys,
this week,
for the
but
love
you're
of God,
not starting
start
Calvin Ridley confidently.
Last time this man was on the show, or 2 times before that, he's been on the show that many times. Calvin Ridley, boom, Philly with 50 points.
Okay.
Unheard of.
And that might
He's not
happen
getting
'cause
50.
Jesse the Donoghue. But I'm telling you, you can't sit here and say that you got to start
Guys,
Calvin Ridley.
listen, fun fact. Every time Jesse's been on the show, Calvin Ridley has scored over 20 fantasy points, time in and time out. It seems like this man has a direct line to Calvin Ridley, and he says, yo, I'm on the show. I'm on the fantasy, guys. I need you to produce. Boom, Philly.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If Jesse wasn't here today...
Oh, yeah,
do
you saying Calvin Ridley. Hey, undoubtedly.
Colts, Motzi, who you got for Indianapolis?
I'm gonna have to ride this guy. Paul.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm gonna have to go with this guy.
Okay.
And it's Josh Downs.
How about Taylor?
I have to.
Richardson?
You know, Taylor, believe it or not, I'm not starting Taylor, man.
He's not having a good year.
He's not having.
You think he'll carry the ball in the end zone this week?
Right? Yeah, like
Yeah, that was
dumb
crazy.
mistakes like that. You know what I'm saying? And,
Not,
hey,
and
believe it or not,
I'm
that
shocked
cost-
from
that
him,
cost the
man.
team.
That cost them.
And then-
That changed the momentum big
Yeah,
time.
big
and then
time.
also carry the ball is a pause, but.
Vikings, Seahawks. Who you guys for Minnesota Vikings in a rainy, windy day?
Who you want?
Who?
Which one do you want to pick?
Your
this
call.
game. All right. I already said earlier I like Charbonnet today he's going to be a boom Philly just because I don't think a lot's expected out of him. I like Smith and Jigba. I think Metcalf is back. I think that as long as Geno's alive, I like a lot of points on this game. I think the spread's lower too.
Even with the rain?
It's pouring and 24-mile-per-hour winds.
Yeah, defenders fall down, man.
Okay.
I mean, you hit a quick pass and they're running. The spread seems low for a lot of talent and a lot of speed.
Okay, so he pretty much broke down Seattle. Tony, you got Minnesota. Who you got Minnesota this week?
Sam Darnold, Justin Jefferson, Aaron Jones. My man's been hot. What's
Addison?
Addison, yeah. And Hawk.
I feel like you guys are not really taking into consideration this rain and pouring.
Yeah, but rain, defenders fall down too.
I'm worried about the wind.
Well, then you got to run a little. We'll see.
Yeah. So you guys did that. So Patriots, Bills, Moti. I'll give you the Patriots this time, man. I've been hooking you up with the good
Yeah,
teams.
you've been hooking me up because I don't have nobody for the Patriots, honestly.
Not even Ramondre.
No, I never liked Ramondre at all.
Buffalo, you got to start their defense. Obviously, Josh Allen. Receivers, I don't know. I mean, Shakir, yes, he's been low-key having a solid year this year. Kincaid, tight ends are not that deep. And obviously, you're starting James Cook on that and that running back in that backfield. Jaguars, Raiders. This is a battle of who's going to finish the number 2 or 3 team probably in the draft. Jacksonville starting Mac Jones versus Aiden O'Connell. You got a quarterback duel happening, Jesse. Who you got starting for the Jacksonville Jaguars, Jesse Donoghue?
Can we just not watch that game and pretend it never happened?
There's actually fantasy implications in this game. I know a lot of people starting Brenton Strange. I know a lot of people starting Brian Thomas. I know a lot of people starting, obviously, Brock Bowers. You know, you might even have ETN people out there. So, fantasy relevancy.
Hey,
I mean,
100%.
yeah. I guess Thomas and Strange, you might as well play. I can't think of anybody else.
None of their running backs?
I mean, how would you feel about starting?
Yeah.
Bigsby had done well enough to eat into his.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I agree.
their touches last week, just for the record, were 14-12.
Who's in favor?
At Atene,
Okay.
or however you say his name.
49ers, Dolphins.
Hey, I got a question.
Yeah.
Madison or home against Jacksonville, or Romeo Dobbs in the snow.
Madison.
Okay. All right. Next question.
What was the question? Oh, that was just
Madison
for him?
or Dobbs?
Or for everybody?
No, just for him.
Okay.
I
hope I know what I'm talking about.
It's somebody texting me.
So then going to the Raiders. Speaking of Madison, who you starting?
Yeah, probably Jacoby Myers, Bowers, Madison.
All right. 49ers and Dolphins, Moti. Who you got winning this game? Both teams are pretty much out, but, you know.
Well, the Niners are still in the hunt.
I mean, the Dolphins are probably more in the hunt than the Niners.
Yeah, you're right.
But they're both out.
I see the Dolphins winning. You know, they're at home. You know, their offense plays better at home. You know, and the Niners just have so many injuries, just like the Lions. You know, I just think the Dolphins are gonna come through today.
So who you got starting for the Dolphins, Moti?
Appreciate that. I'm going Tua. You know, even though I'm starting Golf over him, I'm going Hill. I'm going the tight end Smith, and I'm going the running back H.A.
I got San Fran. I mean, you almost kind of, you know, people are desperate for running back. So Patrick Taylor Jr., you might have to start him this week. And then, you know, obviously, I think Juwan Jennings. I keep messing with Tony, saying the number one wide receiver for
49ers.
For the 49ers.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Well, somebody got a question. Start 2. Adam Thielen, DJ Moore, Scary Terry, and McMillan.
Adam Thielen, DJ Moore, Scary Terry, and McMillan. I'm going to go DJ Moore and Scary Terry because those are your two best players.
You?
Same ones. I agree.
Yeah.
Over Adam Thielen's been balling,
I
guys.
know.
I know, and it might be the wrong decision, but I can't bench Scary Terry, who's been balling as
Or
well.
DJ Moore for me.
Yeah, DJ Moore against the
Hey,
Lions.
Yusuf, I always was it you? Always play DJ Moore? Oh yeah.
What you thinking, Jesse?
I guess the big two. That's a hard one. You know, that's one of those where whichever ones you pick, you're wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've been in a lot of those situations this year.
I think more is easy.
Agreed.
But of the other ones, I don't know. I mean, I still Scary Terry's dude. He's a beast.
Yeah,
I'm playing a Scary Terry.
Philly, man. It's
All right, let's answer some questions,
You
guys.
just need one.
You
two
were
players.
answering questions.
I know. I'm saying. Well, let's keep answering some questions. All right. Brian Robinson or Chase Brown? Chase Brown. No questions
Yeah.
asked. I'm sorry I even read that. Brian Thomas, he was just mentioning that since Tony's getting something off his chest, I need to do the same. The question was asked, who would be the surprise top 5 tight end? I said Bowers. He said Andrews. I said that's not really surprising. I said, and then if that's the case, I think Laporte is number 1, but my first answer was Bowers. Check the footage. But
Yeah,
Chuck did
I
shake
mean,
hands.
we
He's
did.
going to have a better season.
Yeah, it was Laporta and Andrews.
Yeah.
He did mention Bauer.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, I think we all did.
Yeah, I mean,
But it was between Laporta and Andrews.
I think that was the shake of the hand. It was Laporta.
yes, that's clear.
You're gonna have to go back to get that footage.
What do you mean? It's on there.
Oh yeah, on the clip.
Yeah,
The clip.
he was like, he's like, I think you're wrong. No, Tony, I know you're wrong. That's exactly how it happened.
Who do I start? Madison or Tim Patrick or Abdullah? Is this like a
Madison.
Jab? Is this a jab? Because this is Rico. Shout out to Rico.
Shout out to
Is he
Rico.
throwing a jab? Because I thought his team was number 1. And why does he have these players on his team?
Because Rico, by the way, Rico's manager of the year, by far. Okay, and
Did he have a bye week?
Listen, the thing
No.
is, there's no.
No
bye
bye. But did he win last week?
week. He did.
Okay, good.
The thing is about Rico wants to even the playing field. So he doesn't just want his team is so stacked. He just doesn't want to put guys that are there. He wants to
Show his
level
face,
the-
please, Yusuf.
He
Show
wants
his
to
guy-
level the playing field, okay? And he starts to go into free agency, and he starts to go into the player pool. And obviously, Tim Patrick's there.
Madison.
Hey, Jesse, does that sound like a guy who with multiple championships? Because he has 0.
That's
I'm
not true.
just saying, when you play around like that, that's like
He
when I
plays
used
with
to
fire.
coach hockey.
He plays around with fire.
I used
No
to coach
question.
hockey. Say a team gets up 6, right? And then they start, taking their best players to have their scrub score. I tell my kid, bury that kid.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. Get off the ice. I don't.
Yeah,
I like-
I don't
See, I'll tell you what,
I don't like the whole. Oh, I'll play the lower guys and still be.
Well,
Yeah.
Rico is not the guy
Yeah, I
that
like
will
that.
take his guys out, but he'll probably have them play. Start taking off.
Listen, man, Rico, I'm a big fan of Rico. He's definitely manager of the year. But I would go Patrick in this situation with Rico.
Nah,
I go Madison. I think the opportunities are going to be there, especially against the
Yeah.
Jacksonville team. We'll see what happens, though. Captain Joe, go ahead.
I want the next one. Is that all right?
The game or
This is a touchdown scoring league. I want you guys to pick out of these 5
okay.
receivers. I've got Keenan Allen, T. Higgs, Jefferson, Smith and Jigma, and Wilson. I've got obviously Jefferson, Higgins, and Wilson in. Is there anybody you would put Allen or Smith and Jigba in over?
Wilson?
Really?
Yeah, Jigba.
Between the two,
And Jigba is a top 10 fantasy receiver, guys. He's having a better year than
Jefferson.
I'm
Who?
starting. I'm starting.
In this league, Wilson has more points than Smith and Jigba.
Oh, is it just touchdown league?
It's an only touchdown league.
Only
Oh.
touchdown league. Interesting. You know what? Then I'll keep it. I'll keep it then. I'll keep it.
You talking about Higgins though?
I like Higgins.
I like Higgins
I like Higgins a
scoring.
lot. Yeah, me too. I like Higgins this week.
Thanks.
So
I mean, are we, yeah, I guess don't
Yeah.
change it. No
Yeah.
change. It's a touchdown.
Yeah, touchdown. I'd probably stick with.
Okay. Captain Joe King, but it's not spelled joking. It's actually Captain Joe King.
Because Joe's the king.
Would you play Jacoby over McLaurin due to the horrible matchup? Jacoby playing Jacksonville. Going back to this game, I told you, man, there's a lot of fantasy relevancy in this Jacksonville game. This is actually a great, fair question because McLaurin did get locked down by Guantanamo Bay.
No, he didn't. He got, bro. It wasn't.
Just him. It was
Just
everyone,
him,
I guess.
yeah.
But in general, Scary Terry's having a great year. I
Yes.
believe he's actually a top 5 fantasy receiver, believe
Damn,
it or
really?
not. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Oh,
he's having a
top
great-
10 for
I
sure.
don't
No,
know.
no, no.
Draft him.
It's
He's
not
top 10.
It's top 5. I'm for sure top 10. And he had like 20
Yeah,
some
yeah.
points last week.
I could see top 10. Top 5 is crazy.
He is. I can confirm that right now. But going
Okay.
back to that, answer the question. Who y'all got?
Me personally, like I said, I'm just never been a fan of Scary Terry. I'm going Jacoby Myers.
I'm gonna take the quarterback situation. I would probably try to go get McMillan because you know they're gonna throw the ball. Give me a team that even if they're a wide receiver too, they'll throw the ball. Jacoby Myers, man, he worries me. O'Donnell ain't it, man.
So quickly, McLaurin is number 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But you know who's number 7? That's crazy. First of all, you know who's number 6. 6, 7 is crazy. And even 8 will
Jackson
surprise
Smith?
you. 9 will surprise you, and 10 will surprise you. The 5 through 10 will surprise
Jackson
the heck out of
Smith, Brian Thomas.
you. Wow. 6 and 7 right there. Go number 8.
Oh wow. Drake London.
9 is Drake London.
Damn.
8 is Garrett Wilson. And then number 10, another surprising one. And 11 and 12 is surprising. This is why receivers, you don't have to draft them earlier because look how crazy 5 through 12
I
is.
agree.
Number 10, Malik Neighbors.
Wow.
Number 11, Cortland Sutton.
Wow.
Number 12,
Judy? Who?
Jerry Judy.
Oh my God.
That's your 5 through 12 fantasy wide receivers.
Yeah,
All right, Washington kicker or Minnesota kicker. Pick up Rams kicker. Joshua Carty loves to party. Make sure you make him a starty this week. All right.
Okay.
You like that one?
You know what?
Not bad.
I
Works.
played Cardi.
2
Yeah.
out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah, Joshua Carty though, I ain't gonna lie to you, good matchup. Green light against the Jets. You know, there's just a lot of possessions with the Jets because their offense goes 3 and out for a living. So go Jets. Go Carty. I like
Dave would
Carty.
have been proud of that.
Yes, Buccaneers, Cowboys. Jesse, Bucks. Sunday Night Football.
Evans.
Bucky.
Mayfield. And, yeah, Bucky Irvin, bro.
Okay, Cowboys, Tony.
CD Lamb, and Rico.
Rico. Shout out to Rico. Start Rico this week. And then Monday Night Football motif, final game, Saints-Packers. I'm going to give you the Packers. Who you got?
Packers, I'm looking for Jalen Reed to bounce back. He's played his prime time, by the way.
Yep.
10.
What's his projections? No, it's not. Is it that low?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Continue.
Like
I got Jalen Reed Buffalo for 27. Just in case he says it.
And I got Jacobs. I feel like they're going to run the ball out.
It is 10. That's crazy. All right, so you got Jacobs and Reed? I mean, Jacobs, that's it? Okay. For Saints, nobody. If you're desperate, Kendry Miller. That's it. Or else, nobody. I don't like anybody.
I wouldn't
All
play
right?
Kendry Miller. Would you play him?
I mean, if you're desperate. Yeah. I mean, imagine if you have Kamara and you lost Kamara and no one else is there, so you picked up Kendry Miller. You have to play him.
All right.
I mean, I have him in Dynasty. I like the guy. I've sat on him for 2 years. I just think he's in for a rough game.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got a question. Pick one. Alexander Madison,
Why does this guy keep coming up?
Scary Terry,
Yeah, right.
and Travis Etienne.
Okay, see, this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
where I
see,
don't mind being wrong. Even if Scary Terry plays bad, you cannot bench him in
I
this
agree with
situation,
that.
man.
I agree
Come
with
on, Tony, man.
I don't like
Whoever
It's
that
not-
is. I know, whoever that is. I said whoever that is.
Yeah, but honestly, look at the matchups, man. Etienne's going up against Vegas,
They're going against-
indoors. Madison's going up against, obviously, Jacksonville, indoors. Scary Terry, man, they're playing Philly.
I don't care. I'm still starting Scary Terry.
It's a
at the end of
league
the day.
game.
No, I get it, Tony.
I
I
like
get it.
Scary Terry.
Yeah.
It's a league game. You're developing specific plays against that defense your entire year. I mean, who else? If they're going to win that game, it's through him.
All right, let's hit
Plus-
that air horn, Yusuf. Let's hit that air horn. I'm sorry. Let me hit the air horn. Moti.
No, I agree with your theory with Scary Terry, man. He just, they're playing the Eagles, man. So I'm going Travis Etienne.
What?
Yeah.
Think about it.
All right.
Hey, Travis Etienne has been.
I think,
Picking
I'm
it
not
up.
lie to you, I think I would do Etienne.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I meant to say go to a sponsor, Yusuf. That's what I meant to say. Our last sponsor of today, which is going to be our good friends over there at Malik Kebab. And then we're going to get our Boom Phillies and what you're looking forward to the most. So get those ready. And believe it or not, we're reaching the end. So shout out to Malik Kebab.
Malik Kebab has become noted as one of the best Middle Eastern restaurants in the Metro Detroit area. The restaurant has become a popular destination for visitors and is always full of satisfied locals who are proud to invite their guests to taste real Middle Eastern food. With options like shish platters, shawarma plates, shawarma sandwiches, lamb chops, fattoush, and tabbouleh salads, you can never go wrong when you choose to eat at Malik Kebab. They currently have 3 locations, West Dearborn, Taylor, and Trenton. Be sure to stop by Malik Kebab to satisfy all of your Middle Eastern cravings. You can also visit them at their website, malikkebab.com.
About what? The waiver?
Waiver. I did not know that.
Yeah.
What's the waiver?
3 o'clock in the morning.
He showed me his alarm. He said it at 3 o'clock in the morning.
And Moti's like,
So you
"Damn,
can
I
do it
gotta
once
the
other
same
people
thing."
clear?
Yeah.
I remember when I was young and had time to do that.
All right. So with that said, Rico, manager of the year, yes, but you forgot Triple Crown winner and started the season 1-4, by the way. So shout out to Rico. Inshallah, Rico gets the championship, man, because you always want to get that monkey off your back at the end of the day. You want to get that one. All right. Boom Phillies. Will this be the year? I've been a 4-time champion, Jessie, and now I've been dropping lately. And this might be the year that I go down as the Boom Philly champion, Jessie. So right now, we're looking at percentages as I scroll through these messages that happen to be a lot this week. But, all right, so the guests are at 26.4. Ratonio, who's in the lead, is at 32.8. Moti is at 29.5. Jose is at 20%. Tony, 27.7. AB, 28.9. Omar, 28.8. So with that said, Jessie the Don Donoghue, well, if you get your Boom Phillies ready, I'm going to read off mine. I had Hollywood Brown. Thank goodness he boomed. I thought he didn't because originally he was at 7, but I guess they dropped their projections to like 4.8, which we will go off 5. And he ended up getting 9. Thank goodness he got it. I got Brenton Strange. I got Etienne. I got Jalen McMillan. I got Falcons defense. And I have Jonnu Smith, although I'm thinking about pulling out Falcons defense and putting in Jaden Reed. All right. That is mine. Boom Phillies returning the guy that's in the lead. Jonnu, Tink Bigsby, Jacoby Myers, DJ Moore. Jose said Gibbs, Barkley, Laporta, JSN. AB said Penix Jr., Keenan Allen, James Conner, Mike Evans, and Green Bay's D. And now the rest of you are in the building. Jesse, let's start off with you. Who's your Boom Phillies this week?
All the ones my boy stole at the beginning of the thing.
You got Charbonnet.
Penix,
Shared.
Penix, Charbonnet, Murray, and who was the other one? I had a fourth, but I don't remember anymore. I really
Gibbs?
Like
Tim Patrick.
No. The opposite of Gibbs. No. It's just I really like Penix. I really like Charbonnet because where he's at. I think Charbonnet is the sneak play of the day. And then I actually think Kyler Murray's.
You really need to make sure you enunciate Michael Penix because it gets tricky.
Michael, how about national championship loser to the greatest Wolverine team ever?
Yes.
Two.
Michael.
That deserves an air horn right there. Tony, who's your Boom Phillies?
I have Strange, McMillan, ETN right now. I'm going to Boom Philly. You know what? I'll add Madison to this group. I'm going to do
You like
Kyler
Madison
Murray.
Like that? My bad, sorry. You like Madison like that?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Does
that change your feelings about
Well, who?
Madison now?
I don't have him.
Okay.
All right. Moti, Play Dudes Primetime. Moti only focuses on primetime players.
Play Dudes Prime Times. We got Jaden Reed, Juwan Johnson, Sterling Shepard, and Jalen Tolbert.
All right. First of all, shout out to these fellas right here. We're going to talk about what we're looking forward to the most. Before we do that, though, I just want to say, first of all, Jesse, it's always an honor of having you here. It's
For
always
sure.
a great
Thank you,
time.
sir. Thank
You know, nice conversation. And for those that don't know, Jesse definitely knows what he's talking about. He's in like 25 fantasy leagues, by the way. I just want to throw that out there.
Only 8.
Only 8. Shout out to Jesse. But you know, be sure to follow us on all of our socials. We have YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Apple, and Spotify podcasts, all under Oz Media. And you can find us on our website at ozmedia313.com. Shout out to the sponsors: Hanley International Academy, Holy Bowly, Wingfellas, Juice Box, Melik and Kebab, Jebed Coffee House, Unique Coney Island, and BMI Towing, the best of the best towing. What are y'all looking forward to the most? Jesse, we'll start off with you. What are you looking forward to the most this week 16 NFL/fantasy football week?
I'm actually really interested to see how it breaks down with this. Just like we're on a roll. It's kind of weird. We're in the middle of this goofy. You had 2 games yesterday, 1 on Thursday. We got 2 games on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like I'm interested to see like just the beginning of the chaos and the run. I might be most interested in Atlanta. Is Michael, like, are they going to be, like, that is a very crazy move where I think a coach could get fired if it doesn't work. So that.
By the way, I just want to throw this out there. Atlanta, I think they're great. I think Raheem Morris has never been a good head coach. And that's why he was not, I mean, I think he got fired or, you know, whatever happened in his previous situation. Like, I think he's a great assistant. Some people are just great assistants.
Yeah.
And Raheem Morris, to me, the squad that they have, there has to be more blame than Kirk Cousins. There has to be. There's no reason why that team should be 7-7.
If you watch their offensive line.
Yeah, like that team is loaded. But go ahead. What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the coming out party for Gibbs. Sorry. I do think that this is a good test for the Lions. No, I never thought I'd be saying that against the Bears, but let's see what we got, man, on defense, man. We need that defensive line to really step up. We know what our offense is capable of. I think Reynolds steps into that Montgomery role. And who's the other guy?
Jamar Jefferson.
No. Avaki.
Yeah, Vaki, but
Yeah.
they activated Jamar Jefferson.
Yeah.
So, I mean, listen, I just don't want Dan Campbell to revert back to, hey, we got to always, dude, give your guys on defensive players, a chance to make a play. We do need turnovers. That's the name of the game.
All right, Moti, what are you looking forward to?
Just want to comment on what Tony said. You said make their players make a play.
Allow
Allow them to make the play. I mean, you know, when you have a lot of all those injuries, Tone, it's hard for playing with 3rd and 4th string guys.
Yeah. So what are you going to keep going for it on
So
4th down?
I would, yeah.
Would you go for it on 4th down at your own 30?
No, I wouldn't do that. But
Okay.
but I would do a lot of
He's done
going
that.
for on 4th down.
Dan Campbell might.
That's what I'm saying. He's
I
done
mean,
that.
It's all
But-
situational, guys. It's all situational. We're not going for a 4th and 6. If it's 4th and 1, heck, I'll consider it, man.
100. 4th and 3.
4th and 2. 4th
So
and
you tell me 4th and 1 or 4th and 2 without the hammer. You're still going
Still
for
going
it
for
at
it.
your own 30?
Yes.
Why?
Philly's special.
Why? Because I believe
on.
You get the best line in football.
I believe in the offensive coordinator. to me, he's a master.
Hey, our man, Tony, if you hated the 4 downs before, it's about to change now. 'Cause, you
I
know,
didn't hate the 4 downs.
I know,
I
you
don't like
go
4
over
downs
30.
at your own 30.
I know, I agree. It's reckless, but
Who's a better
whatever.
That's the only
offensive
one. That's the only one that's
Every
whack.
situation.
Huh?
Who's a better offensive coordinator than our coordinator right now? You got people like
Nobody.
Sean Payton, and you have people like Fat Boy up in KC. Like those are better offensive coordinators,
Right.
but they ended up being coaches. How many people are really a better offensive coordinator?
Not a lot,
Oh,
but I'm gonna
wait.
tell you right now, a guy that should get head coaching positions is Liam Cohen from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That offense has been great, and he's been doing a great job, and that's what you call executing plays. People wonder why their offense, their running game is looking good. Chris Godwin got hurt. Baker Mayfield is he's a Pro Bowler. No matter what, he's
Yeah.
a Pro Bowler to me. You know, that Liam Cohen sleeper. And by the way, they just lost their offensive coordinator last year, Dave Canales, to Carolina. So
That's
crazy.
I mean, that's
I mean, Canales is one of them that I just think he's a good coordinator.
Yeah.
Liam Combs, I think he's a good coordinator also. I don't think he'll be a good head
Yeah.
coach. It's my opinion.
Yeah.
But what I'm looking forward to is, of course, a Lions win. You know, I always look at, teams, and I always try to pick out who's their leader. And even though it was an immature move, but Penei Sewell made a comment about everybody. You know, those that hopped off the, the wagon. He said, "Hop off," right? You know, Penei Sewell is emotional, but he's the best offensive line in the league. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And he's very passionate. He loves his teammates and he loves his team. So for him to make that comment, I want the Lions to shut out all the doubters today and beat the Bears.
I
that's
agree.
why I think Jameer
I like
Gibbs is
it.
gonna ball
Yep.
out.
Yeah.
And by the way, last time Jesse was here, he said something that a lot of people took about that McCaffrey streak ending. I think today, Philly's streak ends. The Commanders are gonna beat them.
Go Commanders. Last thing to end the show, we have the last question. Croton Fernie.
Yes, bench him.
Start 3, James Conner, Chuba Hubbard, Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown. So bench 1 out of those 4. I'm benching Jonathan Taylor. I'm starting
I
James
agree with
Conner, Hubbard, and Chase Brown.
Same.
Agreed.
Taylor's scoring today.
Yeah.
I'd play Taylor over Hubbard.
Over Hubbard?
No, I can't.
Connor's scoring
I mean-
today, too. I like those other guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
We 3 of us got Connor, Hubbard, and Chase Brown, and Jesse has Taylor over Hubbard, or else he has the other 2. So good luck with that. Thank you guys all for watching and tuning in and ask your questions. Let's hope for an amazing Sunday Lions victory. And if you are still in fantasy, hopefully
The
your
streak
team
continues.
wins.
The year of Tony. I'll see you guys in the finals.